What you really learned in school. Questioning authority. It was a meme used by hippies when I was a kid. That's what it represented. But the trope is more than an association to a single group. It's a part of our intellectual makeup, and it's been abolished by those who create the marketing scheme of the public school system, as well as the university culture. What did you learn in school exactly? That is quite a lot of time to spend. 13 years, then 4 years of college if you decide to go. They gave you the right to decide at the age of 18 after they spent 13 years telling you not to bother trying at all in anything in life, period. That's what the public school system implies to children. So what exactly did you learn? Do you learn to write? No. Do you learn math? Some. Do you learn about history? Blurbs, but not the big picture. If you don't paint a broad spectrum of history to children, they won't care about what you are saying about it. They have to know why. Do they offer a why regarding history? No. Public speaking? Maybe in the second grade when you share your lizard. Essentially, no. Science? It's offered, but again, those experiences are not about why or painting a bigger picture. I learned more about science watching Breaking Bad than any other class I took. Who the hell knew carbon was so important to our makeup? So what exactly is the public school system accomplishing in 13 years of 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 9 months out of the year? I mean, if it were a corporation, they would all be fired. I'm not saying that this is a characterization. I'm saying they would all be fired. Why aren't they fired? Because essentially, nobody is watching. You need auditors to know what people are doing. But the school system doesn't have auditors. And do you know why? Because it's like the Vatican. You have to acknowledge, not just know, but acknowledge these entities which have no auditing mechanisms. The Vatican runs and audits itself. Their rules, the enforcement, nobody interferes. Sounds dangerous, doesn't it? Who audits the public school system? Do you know why? Because it's just like the Vatican. It audits itself. Parents are kept busy running their lives, trying to make ends meet. They have no idea how the school system is being run. They just put blind faith, and there are good intentions. Blind faith, no audits, no questioning authority. I know you knew this, but unless someone assists in helping you realize you need to question authority, it's one of those things which gets swept under the rug. Why? It's cultural. It's manipulation. It's made to seem normal. We send our kids to school. They come out of it unskilled and uninformed, and they have no idea what they are good at, nor which direction they should take in life. Meanwhile, the faculty and staff are counting their days till retirement, 80% of their salary as a retirement. That's their motivation, not teaching. This is by design, because nobody audits. What system is it, really? Who created this system that deserves to be fired? John Gatto states, quote, "Government schooling is the most radical adventure in history. It kills the family by monopolizing the best of times in childhood and by teaching disrespect for home and parents. The whole blueprint of school procedure is Egyptian, not Greek or Roman. It grows from the theological idea that human value is a scarce thing, represented symbolically by the narrow peak of a pyramid." End quote. The intent is the reference to the pyramid being a scheme. Those at the top have all the power, and those below, which are many, are the slaves to the power. Nothing new, right? He goes on to say, quote, "In 30 years of teaching kids, rich and poor, I almost never met a learning disabled child. Hardly ever met a gifted and talented one either. Like all school categories, these are the sacred myths created by human imagination. They derive from questionable values we never examine because they preserve the temple of schooling." End quote. That's the secret behind the short answer skills test. The bells, uniform time blocks, age grading, standardization, and all the rest of the school religion punishing our nation. There isn't a right way to become educated. There are as many ways as fingerprints. We don't need state certified teachers to make education happen. That probably guarantees it won't. Why is this so then? because they want their own Vatican City, unquestioned, unaudited, centrally controlled, and paid for by taxpayer dollars. What a racket, huh? Anything financed should be measured through its byproduct, its outcome. Can kids read and write efficiently? Can they see the math in equations? But most importantly, are they understanding their strengths so they can decide on which direction they should aim for in life? The answer for most is no. Career counselors in school do nothing more than reinforce the mantra, find a trade. They are useless. The individual needs to inspire themselves and realize they need to stop looking for affirmation. So what did we really learn in school? When it comes to how to make and save money, nothing. They condition you to be an earner of money, not a maker of money. You are conditioned to be a slave to traffic, wardrobe, a cubicle life, a boss, your idiot coworkers, and their weekend stories, the taxation on your paycheck, the complaints of everyone regarding what your skill set is being utilized for and for what, so you could pay the government to then create policy that works against you. That is what the public school system is for, to teach you to be a good slave, ignorant and without experience or regard for your personal freedoms. The reason why small business in America runs the economy is because people understand this reality. This is why corporate America hates small business, not having anything to do with the competition, but more to do with monopolizing the employment base because they have an understanding of freedom. Why don't more people own and run small businesses? Fear. Where is that fear rooted in? You guessed it, the public school system. The day that Superman lunchbox crosses those kindergarten doors, it's over. Fear is the objective. Superman isn't going to save you. Save yourself.